Hello, everyone. You're listening to Spicy Talk with your host, DJ Lynn.
And DJ Angie. And today we also have a guest with us. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Woo!
Hello, I am Dario Nava.
And he is a guy. And that's why he's on the show today.
And
Unfortunately.
He is a guy.
He is a
So,
male.
on Spicy Talk, we're just girls,
girlies.
gals, hanging around. And so, what was it, like 2 weeks ago?
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Like
I feel
2,
like
3.
It was like longer.
Okay,
than
like
that.
it was like a good month ago that me and
Yeah.
DJ Lynn were in the talks that like we should get a guy because we're always talking about like relationship, girl stuff. And it's like, okay, we should get like a guy point of view, I guess. I
feel
guess.
Like that's a good idea. I really like that idea.
Yeah,
that we
because
did.
like for example, there was like the whole thing. What was I saying that like it's obvious when like a guy doesn't like you, but sometimes
oh my gosh,
some girls
yes.
can't pick up on that, and it's like,
I
well,
was
what
gonna
if?
post that video, but I
Yeah?
totally forgot.
Ah.
I'll post it today. Y'all,
Okay.
I'm gonna post more videos today.
Yeah.
I promise. I have some in the works. I promise.
Because at least for me, I think you can. You can tell when a guy doesn't like you, but some girls are getting like Delulu mode,
Dude,
where they're like, well, maybe him ignoring me is a sign that he likes me, or like
I get
him
like
being
that.
mean to me. Yeah. So.
I'm
I don't know.
guilty.
We're going to break that down. Obviously, this is only one guy's opinion. He doesn't speak for all men.
Yes.
Maybe most men.
I hope. No,
But
you know
we'll
what?
see.
I don't know you. This is my first time meeting
Oh, yeah.
him,
This
so
is... Okay, so
she
little
just walked
intro.
in.
Yeah.
She just walked in. She's
Little
like, hey,
intro.
we have a guest. I'm
I
like,
meant...
oh, okay.
Wait. I call you Dario, but is that
Dario.
okay?
Okay.
Okay. Because she's not going to be able to roll your R.
I know I said his name right now. Pause. I said his name.
Okay.
Back up. I said his name.
I'm going to keep saying Dario because when I speak English, it just feels right to say it
Dario.
like that.
Okay.
Okay, so Dario. So how I met Dario was in class. I have research communications with him. That class is interesting.
Very
Who do you
interesting.
have? Who do you have?
McQuillan.
Oh, I love him.
I love him.
He's
I
amazing.
remember
He's so good.
someone had told me like he's so scary, right? And then
No,
like
for
the actual class is
real.
like, as long as you show up, you're fine.
I went to his office hours and we just talked. And he's because my class, I had the same class.
Uh huh.
He's like, why does everyone like not talk to me or something? I was like, sir, you want me to be honest with you? He was like, yeah, be honest, please. And I was like, it's because some of the examples you give, we don't relate to at all. You give very old examples and like we can't relate to it at all. And he was like, okay, I'll try to work on that. I was like, oh, he was so sweet about it.
no, he's a sweetie pie, and he's funny too. It's just like
Yeah.
I feel like
He has a very dark humor.
very,
Yes.
very dark humor.
He does.
And
so funny.
his jokes or like his sense of humor sometimes can be a little outdated.
Exactly.
So it might
that's what I told
offend some
him.
people with certain
But
stuff.
like, yeah.
But I mean, that's
What doesn't nowadays?
Well, I feel like also like the demographics of him kind of affect the way the joke is going to be portrayed. You know, you see an older white man telling a joke like that, so
oh, in a class full of like our class is
Lat-
mostly
Latinos,
Latinos and
Hispanics.
girls.
yeah.
Our class is mostly
Ours
girls.
was like
also.
full of guys. I was like one of like 4 girls in that class.
No, we have way more girls. Cause remember when we did the football survey thing or like the
Oh.
parent survey, we're way more girls.
Really?
Yeah, we're like a lot of girls. But I don't know. But I don't know. Do you guys want to get straight to it with the
Yeah,
guy?
I say we
Get
just
straight
get
to
straight
it. Okay.
into it.
So one big thing that me and DJ Lynn were talking about last time was the fact about situationships and what I guess our generation, is that what it's called? Like
Nowadays, our generation really go.
yeah,
for
like I know someone
situationships.
who's like in a 3-year situationship.
Our generation is very afraid of being committed to one another, and that's totally truth. I legit did a research thing about it a couple of weeks ago about it, like the whole situation thing.
Right.
Like some people on Tinder only go just for hooking up. That's it, which is true, you know. But just because like our generation, like you said, is afraid.
Yeah, they're like afraid
Yes.
of commitment, and then on top of that, like I think the same reason why those people don't want to be committed, this is my opinion, why they don't want to be committed is because they're already getting like boyfriend, girlfriend privileges without the title.
That's so funny.
So I'm saying it from a point of view, I feel like el hombre se conforme, that he feels like the guy doesn't have to ask the girl out because, oh, well, we're in a situationship and she's already acting like my girlfriend. She's already
Like,
buying
she
me
doesn't
gifts,
need
or
the
she's
title.
already doing this and that, or she's already cuddling with me, or like when I text her, she answers me and she does this, and that. Y el hombre se conforme dice, well, do I really need to put a title on it if she's already doing like what I want her to do?
We have some people like this.
Well, you see,
I feel like that's
Yeah.
I think
That's not true.
wait, hear me out.
Some of them.
I think that's one of the reasons why situations last so long, when the guy just doesn't want to commit because he's already getting what he wants from the girl.
Yeah, let's hear from the guy's
commitment,
point of view
without
right
the
now.
commitment.
Look, here's the thing: affecting either both sexes and multiple genders, that we get instant pleasure already. We get all this instant attention, all this instant drive or whatever it could be from. Okay, let's go with TikTok. Let's
Okay.
go with Tinder. So you see, you have options. The content you see, you have options. As it goes to Tinder, you have options when it comes to the people. So therefore, you could get all this instant pleasure, all this instant attention. Therefore, you already have it. Sticking with one thing, it's like enduring, like even the imperfections of it. You want something perfect, something minimum for the time, but perfect for just for you. And that's how it is for, especially like guys and girls. But it could go into more into how it's affected men and how it's affected women.
Like situation wise.
Situation wise, yes, of course.
I got kind of lost. Honestly, if I'm being real, I got kind of lost right now.
Because I think, okay, let me see if I understood what you're saying. That the reason that there's, are you saying that the reason that there is situationships is because there's no need to commit to automatically
Yeah, because
feel
people have
something?
options. People have
because
options.
now there's so many options with social media, Tinder and stuff that
so like,
whatever you want is kind of at the palm of your finger. So why commit to one thing or wait around for it
and
to
you
be
just
better?
like watching. Like, is that what you're trying to say? Like you're just watching it?
It's because
I'm so-
You could obtain it.
let's go to another topic.
I think first you need to talk about it. That'll be my thing, because I like to talk about things of like how we're gonna be like. Okay, so for example, if we're gonna be friends with benefits, or we're gonna get something out of it, we talk about it. 'Cause the
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
most
I would-
guys
I would
don't.
like-
Most guys don't
listen.
talk it though.
Most guys don't listen.
Or they'll
I've
be
been
like,
in this
I'm
situation
trying not to.
before.
I'm not gonna catch feelings. It's nothing serious. And then
They catch feelings.
I hate
Yeah,
dating apps.
Oh, yeah.
I used to
I'm
love
very
dating apps.
anti-dating apps.
Like how it was originally used for. It's
Yeah. People
I think
don't
everyone
date
to me
anymore.
never thought it was like, oh, it's gonna be like have relationships.
I will say we did talk about this last time too. That on some things do come out of Tinder. I know a guy who he met his wife on Tinder. You know,
Like me,
Okay.
me
you
and
got your she got one of her
a
relationships out of
long.
Tinder.
I got a long-term relationship out of Tinder.
And so, like, I know that there's stuff that works out of it, but I think, for example, like, I think I need to bring up examples to, like, better get a point of view on it. For example, I knew this girl who, like, her and this guy, let's say they're talking or they're in a situationship for 7 months. And then he would go and start talking to other people, and then they would stop talking, and then again they would be a thing again, and like, but they're acting like a couple during this whole time. There's just no label, but because there's no label, both of them are still going around talking to other people. But she's getting hurt in the process because she wants this guy, or she thinks he does want me. It's just like he's not showing it because like like she's in her head about it a lot. And so then I go to that with like from a guy's point of view, and that, well, this is my point of view. He doesn't like her, because if he liked her, because this is what I've heard from other guys, that as a guy, when you meet a girl, you kind of know almost right away or within the first couple of times of meeting her what your intentions with her are. So you meet this girl and you say, "Oh, I'm trying to,
I'm just
hit
trying to
it,
hook up.
or I'm trying to hook up, or I'm trying to talk to her, or I'm trying to be her friend, or I'm trying to get to know her more, or I would like to date her, like, or whatever, or she's too good to date, so I don't know, like, just keep her right here." So guys kind of like categorize girls in their mind within the first couple of times of meeting, which is what I've heard from other guys. So I want to know your point of view on that, and whereas can that change over time, and maybe some of these girls are right in being delulu
I feel like we
about
do
it?
that though. Like we do like see this one girl, we talk to her. It's just getting to like know her. Like even in just like from 1 day to 7 days, we make that decision. I feel like we envision like the life we would have, and from there, well, it might be my mental illness, but either way, I feel like I envision like what it would be with them. And sometimes I fumble. It does happen where I fumble them, and it's like, oh wow, I think I really do like her now. Oh man, this
Like,
girl was
after you
perfect
mess
for me.
up.
Yeah, it
Do you
was.
try to get them back? Like once you realize that, are you one of those guys? This is good. I'm gonna judge you after this answer.
I try not to.
Oh,
I
okay.
try my best not
He's
to.
young,
But-
Evelyn. He's like way younger.
How old
than
are you?
us.
I am 18.
He's 18. I know. I was also shook.
You're 18.
I am
DJ
18.
Lynn's face is like,
But- oh my god. Never mind.
I know, but he's a kid, so it's a good perspective because that's the age most men think at anyway.
I guess. I mean, no. You sound
Sorry.
very mature for
You
an
sound a little bit
18-year-old.
more mature, but
Yeah.
for sure most men. Well, the whole thing that women mature faster than men. you know.
Yeah.
Although I
That's
try
so
not
true.
to, okay. Although I try not to, even when I do, I kind of like think back and I'm like, all right, is it gonna hurt me more or is it gonna hurt them as well? So I try to like make sure I try to get those factors out of the way, and I'm like, all right, no, it's like it's good for them, it's good for
Yeah.
me. Okay, I might go for it, but knowing like there's either that one thing that could go wrong for them or myself, I'm like, all right, I need to cut it out. But I don't know. Sometimes just guys just want to hit depending on who they are, and
Totally
That's-
So
fine.
then
They
the
need to be direct with it.
so then the categorization thing
Yeah.
is true.
oh, for sure.
So then when it
You need to. Okay, here's the thing. You need to put.
Jan
it
has an
into
opinion.
Guy types. All right. Yeah, DJ Random here is speaking for all the other guys.
Other guys is
The
crazy.
guys, not the guys, the other guys. So yeah.
speak closer if you're gonna be speaking.
No,
Oh.
it's 'cause you're closer to me, Shawty. I don't know. You make me nervous. No, like that's the thing. It's just you need to know that there's different type of guys. So that's why you need to categorize it. And the matter like people that actually speak up and guys that doesn't know what to do with what they think they want to do. Like this, it's because they're getting nervous. They always blame it on being nervous or being not like, oh, it's because everything is going so good. I didn't think it was something like wrong, but you need to talk about it because
So then you're saying
I'm saying you need to speak up basically
girl.
as a girl and a guy. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's because that's the thing. It's not like a one man's thing. Like the guy doesn't have to do it all the time, but he
Yeah.
should. Like that's the thing. It's like they both need to talk about it. Because if you make it awkward, the situation then of course it's gonna be awkward. Like if you start talking with the girl and you see like they're using the right words, no, but you can talk about it like freely. Like hey, so how this is going? What do you think about it? What's our terms? But some guys doesn't do it. But
Most guys do not listen whenever girls try to set boundaries, and they're like, oh, you know what? Let me just try to overstep just a little bit. You know what I mean?
All right.
What?
Here's
What?
one thing though.
What?
No, I just okay. Wait, say your thing first.
Look, I feel like both need to be direct. It's just that if they're direct, there's always that one fear. They're gonna fear that they're gonna get something that they don't want, and that's why they're not being direct. Because if you're direct, you're like being a guy or a girl,
Right.
and you're direct with what you want, and it's not what they want. It's not gonna
Either way,
be
it's
them,
gonna end up really bad.
and you're not gonna get what you want, so it's gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
That's why it's
So
like
then
fearful
you
to like, be
conform
direct.
yourself to putting up with not getting a relationship or not being treated right because as long as you're getting attention or whatever the bare minimum that they're giving you already is, you're satisfied with that.
Yeah, because you have some of them.
I don't know. I've never been in a situationship.
I hate situations. I've been in one, and I try to set boundaries, like how he was talking about, like, oh,
Yeah.
let's talk it out, let's do this, and I thought we were gonna be friends after. He
Oh.
you remember this story?
No, yeah, I'm just remembering something too of mine.
He caught feelings, and that ended really poorly for us, and it
Yeah.
was awful. And I'm no longer friends with him. I blocked him on everything. I don't
See,
text him,
that's a
nothing.
situation where like, cause I was saying I have never had a situationship, but it was like, well, it's cause it was a situationship for him, but like I was
Okay.
like single. So then I guess that could
Wait,
be.
what?
So like
Oh,
this
he was
guy.
in a relate pause.
So okay, so let's talk about this.
Mm.
So this was back in my single era. I had just gotten out of a really long relationship. I was in a 4-year relationship. I had just become single. I was doing me. Like I was happy to be single. This guy that I was working with, he starts feeling me and he starts saying that like I'm his girlfriend or whatever. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But I never tell him no, but I never tell him yes. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
So you let him on?
Yeah, that was my fault. I know.
So you could have been direct.
I'm
you
in
could
the
have
wrong.
been direct.
I'm in the wrong. No. I'm gonna be honest. In the year 2021, I wasn't myself. Like 2021 was my worst year. I'm the villain in his story 100%. Like that man,
You
you
know,
know,
sometimes
I
it's
stepped
okay.
on his dreams and
Am I seeing like 500 Days of Summer right here?
no, that's literally me.
Oh.
Like that's literally what happened.
It's okay to be. A
I was
villain
summer. I
sometimes.
was summer in 500 Days of Summer in 2021. And basically this guy like he was treating me like a girlfriend and I was acting like I was single because I was single. Like in my mind like I was like I was single because we never actually
Talked it out, like about putting a
talked
label.
it out. Yeah, we never actually talked it out. He just assumed that, you know,
Y'all are dating.
that
or
we were
something.
dating and I assumed that, you know, he just liked me but I wasn't like gonna, you know.
But was there like girlfriend and boyfriend activities while like being together? Like,
Oh, for sure.
okay.
For sure, but like I was going on dates with other
Okay.
people as well. So,
But he
You
knew.
should.
well, he should have known.
But did you like actually tell him?
I
Like,
don't know. I
actually
mean,
tell
I
him?
was posting it. This man had me on my socials, and the thing is that then one thing he did confront me on. There's this picture of me at my. I had prom at my house because I was classic COVID, whatever. So we threw prom at my house, and there's a picture where there's a guy like he has like a tie on his head and he has his hand like this and like I'm like kind of throwing it back on him. So like he sees that photo on my Instagram and he was like, "Yo, what's up with this?" And I was like, "Me dancing on my friend? What about it?"
So what is up?
Yeah, like I was just like me dancing on my friend and he was like, "Okay, and I was like, "And what?" Like I like didn't care. I was like, "And what?" And he was like, "Oh, okay." Like he just didn't say anything after that. And so for me, I was like also the fact that he like would try to confront me and he would let me get away with the answers I was saying. Also let me be like, "Well, I can do whatever I want."
Dang, you are a villain.
Yeah,
Like,
all
I-
right.
That
Yeah.
was mean.
Wow.
No, I looking back on it, you know, that was bad on my part. I was a bad person during
At least
that time.
you know that you.
Yeah,
made
I can
mistakes.
reflect on it now. But
like,
in
dang,
that time
girl,
period,
if I was like one of his friends, I would not like you at all.
oh, I have tea on that. So I actually ran into his best friend at Starbucks and she
Really?
gave me free cake pops.
Oh.
I would not give you free cake. I would charge you extra.
And she told me, she's like, "Oh, yeah." She's like, "Have you talked to him yet?" He said his name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh no, he blocked me. Like he finally learned himself." Oh, because the thing is, he took forever to block me because I was just like, "Dude, stop talking to me. Like if I'm ruining your life so much, stop talking to me." And da da da. Finally, he got self-respect, blocked me. It took him forever.
Oh my god.
And then when I saw his friend, it was already like a year later. And I was just like, "Oh yeah." Like she's like, "Have you talked to him?" And I was like, "Well, no, he blocked me." And she's like, "Well, yeah, you did break his heart, so."
Oh.
well, yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't like poison the cake pops.
I'm surprised she didn't either.
But okay, everybody has that one trait that kind of defines them as a villain in someone's story.
Uh-huh.
So yours was that.
Mine-
Mine is ghosting.
Oh,
I love
ghost.
ghosting.
Oh.
Like knowing that I don't have to confront them or be direct about it, and knowing that I'm already in an uncomfortable state.
Oh,
like, I ghost
I
people.
hate ghosters.
But okay, I'm working on that.
Okay, but as a guy, okay, have you ever ghosted anyone?
Yes, of course.
Okay, then I want both point of views. As a guy, what situations have you ghosted in and why? And then I want yours.
Okay.
Probably knowing that I wasn't fully healed, and knowing that I still wasn't ready, and I couldn't approach them, knowing that we already spent so much time together, and knowing that I already like, if I continued it, or if I said something about it, it would break them.
So you
Some-
thought it would be easier to
Yeah, I
just
thought it
not
would be.
say
Yeah,
it.
my dumb mind was like, all right, let me ghost them. It would be easier, and obviously it was not. You leave people with doubt. You leave people feeling like they did something wrong.
No closure.
When you were in
Yeah.
the wrong. So now that, and like when I like get ghosted, I'm like, oh, this is what it feels like.
Like karma.
Yeah, so I'm like, thank you. So like I'm thankful that I get
Karma's
ghosted. I'm like,
real,
yeah, I
guys.
deserve this, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And you, Lynn?
Honestly, I just ghosted them once they give me the ick. Like once
Like
I
still in the early stages is what you're saying.
yeah, still I don't talk to someone like and-
Seriously? And
yeah,
then ghost
until
them.
I find out.
He does.
I ask all the right questions, and if I get the wrong answer for like at least 2-3 out of them, I stop talking to them.
I think
just
that's
leave them.
smart. My mom has always told me, like, and another teacher, a teacher I had in high school would always say this too, that you need to make a list of 10 traits that you would want your partner to have. And if a person doesn't check off 8 or more, then you shouldn't be with them.
I mean, you can't really like define the partner you're gonna get,
Well, maybe. You never know.
perhaps.
We can keep talking about this in a little bit, but in honor of me breaking that guy's heart, here's Heartless by Kanye West. We're
Yes,
back.
we're back. That was,
Okay.
I didn't realize it was short singer.
So during our little break, a lot of topics were brought up that I kind of want to bring up right now.
We need to bring a new segment into the show.
No. It's called Ignore Jan. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. But one thing that for sure that was brought up that we were talking about was I think everybody needs to explore their options
Yes.
while they're single, and they can have a little, on the hunt stage, getting to know people. And I feel like you were gonna darme la contra, so I wanted
Well,
to
no,
get your
no, I
opinion on
kind
it.
of understand. Like, you need to try like many different wedding cakes in order for it to be the wedding cake. You know?
Okay.
Oh, I
You
love
know?
that. Wait,
Okay.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, because I think some people may disagree and think like, once you you try the first one, you can stay with the first wedding cake.
I mean, if it
But
works, yeah.
I don't think
I
that
don't
that's
believe in
necessarily
that.
true. I don't believe in that, especially when you're young.
Yeah, we're all very young
Especially
still.
when you're
We don't know
young.
what we're doing, honestly.
Yeah, and I think also
Some people pretend to.
being in what do you call it? I think also meeting a lot of people or going on dates and stuff or talking to a lot of different people also lets you know what you like and what you don't like or what you do and don't want in a partner, So if you were in a really good relationship and you get into another one, the guy kind of sucks at some things and then okay, I like this from this relationship and this from this one, for my next
You're
partner.
perfect man.
Yeah, you'd basically start building like what characteristics you want in like the partner you end up with. I think.
That sounded so bad.
Who you
But
end up with.
you really can't ask for it all, though.
I mean,
As much as you would like to, you're not gonna get exactly what you want. It's always
That is
those.
true.
It's trying to find the
There's a lot
like the
of
perfection.
compromises. It's a lot of compromising for like what you really want, and if that person, because like a good example is like with my boyfriend, like he wanted somebody, like we went on through this like whole thing, but we had compromises, not to the extreme where we're changing like what we want, but like small things.
okay.
Well, here's the thing.
I
Like,
understand compromising with your partner, but also once they're already your actual partner.
Well-
I don't think you should be changing yourself or trying to compromise with someone that hasn't given you a title yet.
Right.
I agree. Never change yourself, nor you want them to change for you.
Yeah.
You never want to do that. But you can really be, oh, okay, but they don't fit into this criteria. Oh, but they don't have this. When perhaps you don't have what it is for them. So you got to put like yourself in like what exactly you're looking for and what exactly they're looking for, and be like, all right, do I fit into their world or do they fit into my world? And how can we fit into like a both like a world we both create?
I don't know if
you
I'm
need to put a
just.
hand that love comes like right away in that honeymoon stage.
Yeah,
So
love
you, like everything
honeymoon
is perfect.
stage.
Even when he farts, you're like, oh, I like the fart. So, delicious or something like that.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
don't mind in that stage.
But the thing is, I don't know if it's just like my attitude or like how the way I think.
Yeah.
But I'm very much at a point where like if you don't like me how I am, then don't be with me.
I think that's
Like I've already gotten past the whole like talk to
Well,
my talk to
there's-
my man.
there is
I've
nothing
already-
wrong. There's nothing
I've
wrong
already
with
gotten
that.
past like because my first relationship was so toxic and this guy tried to change me or hold me back and isolate me from my friends to the point that I promised myself I wasn't gonna do that to myself again. And I think I became a little bit more
Short-tempered?
not you calling me short maybe like impatient with
Okay.
like not getting treated the way that I expect.
All right.
So like if a guy comes into like, oh, I want to get to know you and whatever, okay, but like what you see is what you get. Like the way I'm talking to you, the way I handle.
Well, as I said, there is nothing wrong with that. But
I don't
in
know.
relationships, patience is
I mean, that's
key
why like
factor.
I'm the one that's like, rah, and then my boyfriend's like calm, you know?
so like it's like two opposite dynamics that go like blend
Yeah,
together.
like he's good for me. Like I think, but the thing is also yes, there's certain things like where we compromise, right? When it comes to like family stuff or this or that or whatever. But when it comes to like who we are as people, it's more like okay, maybe there's stuff we can work on, but not
change the person.
change the person.
Well, another thing too is I think it depends too on the relationship because maybe right now you do it because of your relationship, but I changed and I think from my point they changed too
Okay.
because you kind of like try to do an effort for the both of you. So at the end of the day, it depends on like who you're with and then how it works in the
I guess-
relationship.
And you
Yeah.
can't be stubborn within like, oh, I'm gonna stay the same way that I am. Like, of course.
No, yeah, you need to grow as a person.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, for example, like one thing that I've been working on
Oh,
is
so you're actually being worked.
I don't like.
No.
I've been working on it. No, I have, because I did it like last weekend. So I've been working on apologizing, because usually I have the like I'm never wrong mentality.
The pridefulness.
Yes.
Okay.
I have like the I'm never wrong.
I feel like that's such a like a Latina thing, like you
but
know. Like
also
very
most
Hispanic
times
thing.
I'm never wrong. Stop bashing.
like no.
I think no. I think it's just
Stop
this
bashing the
girls in
Latina
general.
community.
Like stop bashing the Latino community. But anyway,
Look, my girlfriend sent me reels of girls like crying, saying like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sad that I'm always right." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, she's smiling because she knows it's true." Every single time she's like, "Dude, no."
no, it's because okay, for the most part, I've gotten that mentality because I usually am, but I'm not always, and so it's been really hard to like admit it because I'm just like, well, I'm not wrong, right? But lately, I've been like, okay, if I really am wrong, then I've been apologizing.
I mean,
better.
I feel like
You
it's
should be apologizing.
You should be, yeah,
The
like-
first time,
Don't
what
say
you
that
talking
quietly.
about?
the wise thing is that
But why am I gonna apologize when I'm not wrong? I apologize when I'm wrong.
because of the chaos you could create with it.
I don't think you should
Yeah.
apologize when you're not wrong. You should just.
Like I've literally lost a friendship over not apologizing because I knew I wasn't in the wrong.
Look,
You wrong or she
She was in the wrong. 100% she was in the
But
wrong.
sometimes you need to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Take one for
I
the
don't
team,
like
just
being the bigger
apology.
person. Sometimes. Why is everyone ganging up on me this
No,
episode?
but like it's the truth. It's the
because
truth,
apologizing
honestly.
is like it's what wise people do. You know, you save your
I know,
save
but,
your
like,
energy, save your time.
That's the thing. For example, like there's people that like I know I should apologize to. So for example, like at the end of the day, I have to apologize to my parents.
you apologize
I
to
have
your
to
mom?
apologize. Yeah, I have to.
That's why you said I have to.
You're using it as like just to please them. You're not
Yes,
really-
to my absolutely to my parents, I apologize 100% just to
like-
please them. I
So,
don't
I'm
do
not
it
trying
because
to
I'm
bash
actually.
But does it please you though? Does it please you?
No,
Why not?
I'm just
So,
doing
like-
it for them because it makes them feel better.
So like you're saying like the apologizing you do, you don't mean at all.
No, that's not what I said.
No, that's
I
not-
said
No, that's
That's
exactly
that's
what
not what
you're
I'm
saying.
saying.
You're saying
What is your point?
no.
My point is
wait.
with my parents. With my parents.
So you don't mean it.
Well, why am I gonna apologize to my mom over her yelling at me at the dishes when I know I'm not in the wrong for that? Yeah, I don't mean it when I say I'm sorry to my mom because I'm not wrong in that situation. But there's people that I do apologize to that I mean it because I genuinely realize I'm in the wrong.
No.
Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
This is okay.
Babe, no, it doesn't. Like,
Yes, it
that
does.
makes me mad. Like
This is an
honestly,
internal conflict you need to resolve.
This can be the end of Spicy Talk right now, right?
Wait, what? I don't understand what's the issue.
no, it's the issue that you don't mean it. Like
To certain
Yeah.
people,
your mom,
yeah. Why am I gonna apologize when I'm not in the wrong for something?
but like I feel like you should always apologize to your mom. Like actually mean it. Like there's no way you don't mean it
Even
when you
if
apologize
it's
to
for
your
the
parents.
smallest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
If
understand
she's
their
mad
side
at you
of
for
why
not
they
washing
did
the
that.
dishes,
You need to have that
apologize.
soul.
Nobody has a guide to know how to be a parent. They're gonna mess up.
Yeah.
Nobody has a guide to be a daughter. Nobody has a guide to be a boyfriend or girlfriend. Nobody has a guide to
I
be
think
a
this
human.
is where we're gonna disagree.
Nobody has a guide.
But
So
that's-
therefore,
but
it's always okay to
she
forgive.
thinks she's right and we're wrong.
No, that's what she's
thinking.
doing right now.
No, what I'm thinking.
That's what she thinks. She thinks that everything we're gonna say. is
That's not what's
wrong.
going
Because
on.
no, we're not against you. We're just supporting another point of view.
It's because the thing is that like I feel. Look, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
The whole thing with like my mom thing.
Which thing?
You have a really good relationship with your mom,
Yes, I do.
and you can't assume that I have the same relationship with my parents.
Understandable.
So then it goes to the same thing. There's certain people, certain dynamics where no, I really am not going to mean an apology because I was raised in a different type of household with a different type of relationship to my parents. Does that mean that all my apologies are meaningless? No, it's just like the example of like there's been apologies to
no, but like it's
other people
it's what you
that they
like what you
don't.
said. Like you apologize just to please the other person.
in that situation.
Okay,
yes.
but I do feel that though because it depends on the dynamics of many families, many settings. Sometimes you do it out of anger. But something I decided to do that helped me was they're not perfect at all. All right, they're gonna mess up. They never had a guide. Their family dynamic was probably worse than what they gave us. So we need to forgive them, so we can forgive ourselves, and then it's okay to apologize. Even when you know they're wrong, it's okay to apologize. You're gonna have that internal peace that It's
like
okay.
not worth the
I
effort
like
to
that.
arguing.
You have peace when you say like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's not worth it.
It sells down everything though.
Because when you keep on like having those meaningless like sorries, like when you're gonna do it to a person that you actually want to say sorry to, it's not gonna come across like that.
Like when at this point, we're not even talking about parents anymore. We're talking about anyone in general, anyone you
Yeah.
care about.
Yeah.
Do you think we're right? Or you think we're wrong?
If that's okay, now go into relationships. You need to forgive people who've hurt you, and it's so difficult. It's
It is.
really hard
It's so
because they
hard.
probably caused you to go through like the worst like chapter in your life. They probably caused you to realize something. Okay, but it's always the absence of what you thought was right to make you realize what was wrong.
True. Man, preach. That's good.
Yeah. No, she's.
What do you
Speak
think,
your
Angie? What do
mind.
you think, Angie?
Well, no, speak it.
Speak
it.
up.
We want to get to your point of view.
No.
Why?
It's okay.
Why?
But I'm sharing my point of view that as hard as they could be, you need to forgive.
It's because
Well, you don't need to, but
I think where
it's
we
a must.
differ is that I'm a hater. Like someone
Hey,
nah, I understand
someone-
that because I hate too.
someone wronged me. Oh, like I literally just forgived. Just like literally, I just forgived my grandma. I'm being serious, guys. I'm being serious. I'm telling you, my family dynamic is not like yours. Okay,
You forgot your
we don't have the perfect family dynamic.
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is like
we.
I have gone through a lot with certain people, and it's taken me a really long time to like, I guess, realize that they don't care or that's not a big part for them. So I just need to like forgive and forget type of vibe. But like, that isn't necessarily.
But what is it doing to you?
What did the grandma?
Yeah. no.
I'm not gonna say it on air.
No, okay, but
This is like how you're feeling though. You don't
Yeah.
yeah, you're going with like your
you're
intuition of
still
emotion.
Being still resentful towards your grandma, even though you're apologizing for or like forgiving her. That's
Yeah.
like you're
Being
still
mad is like
resentful.
Yeah, there's
such an
some
energy
kind of
releaser.
There's still that anger within you that you're gonna hold.
Oh, girl, I need therapy for this. Like, I don't.
Okay.
Imagine, grandma. I don't forgive you. Oh, why you
This
won't
is more
forgive me?
going into
No.
like the Hispanic like
This is
and
going-
traditional Latino like
Yeah.
dynamics of like the family that it has, the trauma that it's gonna give you.
Yeah.
And I feel like okay, yeah, like I get it. Everybody has been through something. Everybody has.
Yeah.
He has, she has, I have. Everybody has. It just depends how you're gonna take it. Because people could be like, the reason why I am this way is because my dad did this, my mom did this,
Yeah,
my
I
friends
get
did this.
that. That's
But
why everyone in my
better-
family is like that. But like, just because that doesn't necessarily I need to be like okay with it either. Like
No, it's okay
I'm
to be
not,
mad.
like-
Yeah.
We're not saying that.
We're not saying that. It's just that sometimes holding it or like
Holding-
it's gonna
yeah.
poison you.
I don't know how to
Not
I don't know how to get rid of it. That's what I'm talking about. I
No.
don't know how to get rid of it. There is no getting rid of it. I've been dealing with like
Do you want to get rid of it?
I guess I do.
Will it make you a better
That's the
person?
thing, you say, I guess.
I'm doing.
Or will you change your personality to if you like get rid of it? Because I feel like that's why like we don't change because it's gonna get rid of part of our personality, change the way we do things, change the way we think. Because it's so easy to hate, but it's so hard to be a nice person.
That's true.
It is. Oh my god.
Because like a good example is like with my dad. Like I don't care if it's on here. My dad, he wasn't there for me at all. Like terrible person. He was really bad growing up, and like he was always on and off in my life. So I had a very like bad perception of the like men in my life.
Yeah.
So and then he tried to come back into my life when I was like 11, and like try to be a dad to me, try to do all these things with me, but I was resentful towards him. And then when I was like 16, I was like, I feel like I should be like forgive him for what he did to me, and I tried to, but I still hold that resentment towards him, and I was still very angry. I was a very angry person in high school.
Do you
Very
still talk to
simple.
your dad or no?
No, I think the turning point is when my stepdad, he asked me if I was gonna invite him to my graduation,
Yeah.
because my stepdad and my parents never like held him away from me, never like said anything bad about him, no bad words or whatever about him. They always wanted me to have a relationship because they want me to realize that having all that resentment is just gonna make you an angry person, and that's not gonna get you anywhere in life.
Yeah, my parents were the same way. They never stopped me from seeing my dad either. My stepdad was like, if you want a relationship, go have a relationship with him.
Yeah.
I do have a relationship with my dad, but it's like hard because
Yeah.
I want to do things all together as family, and I know I can't. Like for
Yeah.
graduation, for example, my dad, he was like, I don't know if I can have like dinner with everyone. I'm like, but it's my graduation. I want all y'all together, you know. But I don't know yet what's gonna happen with that. But
Yeah, like with my dad, he tries to do that. He realized what he did wrong, or like he tries to think what he did is wrong.
yeah,
But like, we both have the understanding that like our relationship is not happening. Like we'll talk to each other occasionally because
Yeah.
of my little brother, but like overall, right now it's peaceful. There's no drama within our families because within
good.
like before when we didn't have contact or we were very like aggressive towards each other, there was drama within the family. Like he would know something about my family, I would figure out something that he figured out, and there would be like this whole chaos. But now it's just like peace. Like
That's
it's like
because that story gives like peace. It
Yeah.
gives like
at the
that
end, I'm
level
okay
of-
that I don't have a relationship with my dad.
mm-hmm.
If he texts, it's fine. He'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'll be like, "Hey, I'm good," and that leave it at that. And it's because I truly forgave him for like not being the dad he was supposed to.
yeah. I mean, I did the same thing. I forgave him for a lot of things that he's done in the past, honestly, and things that I didn't even realize he was doing. Supposedly he was like, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I did the same thing. I forgave him for everything. But my sister, she's kind of at that point where she hasn't, and it's totally fine. Like we all like totally agree with her. Yeah, we all have different versions of different stories. We're all supposed to like, if you want to hate. You know what I mean? But like, we're not stopping you from doing anything you don't want to do. You know?
Yeah, pretty much. It's because at the end of the day, you need to know that it's yourself. Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
your-
It's
you're not
your
gonna-
life, your story. You live how you want to live.
Yeah.
Like you, if you want people in your life, bring them in your life. If you don't talk to them. Like simple as that. You know?
Yeah, and I think
But just don't make it something that it like.
It ruins you.
it
Don't
ruins
let
you.
it ruin your life.
Or be like an angry.
it can be
Yes.
part of your personality. Because that's the thing. 'Cause when people come to you, you're not gonna be like, hey, like,
Yeah.
you need to have friends or you need to have people to talk to. 'Cause
Yeah, you need someone in your corner to talk to all the time. Cause like at the end of the day, you know, like if you're just gonna
be
be
hateful, you're gonna like end up alone and nobody.
not end up alone
No, but,
necessarily, but,
bitter.
like yes.
Yeah, it's you're not doing it for like the good of your heart. You're gonna do it for the
Yes.
bitterness
Yeah.
because you just want things to
You
have
just-
like a peaceful ambience around you, but you're not really looking for the peaceful ambience like internally.
True.
So like you just want okay, my world is okay, so therefore like everything should be okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And you don't really care for like others.
That's
So
I don't know about that. Like you care about other people, like obviously, even if you hate them. Like I hate I mean, honestly, I hate some people, but I truly still care for them. Like I truly hope for the best for them, you know?
Like,
no,
hate
it,
you, but
I feel like
you know,
everybody
Yeah,
like should
that's
do
a
that.
relationship.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm known for I was a very forgiving person. Like I forgive people way too easily. But like you know what?
Well, what good does it make you? Does it make you as a person to carry on that stuff?
Yeah.
I
I
feel
don't
like
need all that
yeah.
burden on my shoulders. You know what I mean? I'm here to be happy. I'm here to live my life, you know.
So one
Nothing or no one's gonna stop me for that.
one thing I feel like this we've discussed this, it's that this has influenced like the dynamics of families and relationships.
Yeah.
Like the pridefulness that we have, knowing that we have to be correct, or knowing that we must stand in a good position, so that we don't like see ourselves as less. Because one thing that's always gonna hurt us in a relationship, or as a son, or as a daughter, or as a sibling, as a friend, it's when they hurt your ego.
Oh,
Like the ego is the most sensitive thing. It is
it
because
is. It is.
Well,
It's
man,
how you,
what
like,
do
think
you-
of yourself
what do you
and,
think,
like-
Angie? What do you think, Angie?
Yeah,
Does Angie
I
bring
want-
the spiciness?
Talk, please talk.
I don't think ego. Like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna speak from my perspective in the sense of like I don't want to be angry or I don't want to hold all this stuff. I just haven't been able to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I know like eternal peace and forgiveness and I don't know, just it doesn't go away, whatever. So I've kind of just ignored it. And then there's the whole thing where like it didn't, at least my situations didn't have to do with ego. It was more just like, it's like childhood Angie is still hurt.
Yeah.
It's not current.
I
me.
was
like
like
they
that
didn't
the
do
whole time.
anything to me now. They don't even remember what they did to me. I'm just
You're talking
having to, like, the one who's still not over it
is you.
is like little
you.
me.
Yeah.
So right now, like my relationships or my friendships that I have now haven't, I don't know, like they're not connected to that.
Yeah.
So it's more of like a,
Like a brand new you.
yeah, like this is like they're two different versions of like who and how I interact with everyone now. And I guess that anger that comes out when interacting with the people I grew up with.
Yeah. You know what helped me a lot? Because I was the same way. It took me forever
Yeah.
to get where I am at right now. I didn't go to counseling. I don't know. I don't really like it. I don't like telling other people
Yeah, I
my
don't like
business.
telling.
I hate therapy. I
No, me
hate
too.
therapy.
I hate.
No, and then
having
it
to sit with
backfires
someone.
later on. Later.
No, but then what I found, what helped me at least, I journal a lot now. Like I write down all
I can't do
my
that.
feelings. Why not? Like you're just
Really?
writing it down. You're just writing whatever you're thinking. I cry. I have a little cry session, then I get over it.
Well, I feel like everybody must have an art to like express themselves.
Oh, I
Yeah.
used to
Like-
fight.
Oh,
I
there,
used-
there you go.
That's a
There,
sport.
I used to do
Yeah.
I used to do MMA,
Oh,
and that was
Oh, I
yeah.
remember you saying
That
something.
was
That's so
that
cool.
was really good for me. I think that was like the best period of time because I no longer had nothing to say. Like it's just I was upset, I would go punch someone and that's it. I'd feel better.
People just needed a distraction, honestly.
I got into an altercation that was bad enough to the point where like my mom thought that I was getting too violent and she took me out of it.
No.
Imagine with the mom was like, you say yes.
Have you tried crocheting?
Yeah, but the thing is like that is my outlet though. I think
Yeah.
that's why I'm so like I'm like idolizing myself. I think that's why I'm so
No, that makes sense. No,
it does make sense.
When I was in high school, I was in a lot of physical sports. Like I was in
Yeah.
MMA, I was in basketball, I was in
Oh,
soccer.
I was in
I love
soccer.
basketball. I was in also shot put and discus.
Yeah.
Do shot put?
Really? I was in this too.
Yeah, so it's
I
just
was
like-
a cross country athlete. I don't know.
At
Yeah,
now,
track,
the only
track,
thing that I like,
track.
I guess physical or whatever, is like I run, which is nice, but it's not the same as punching someone. I very, very, very much rather punch someone.
We're gonna get
100%.
punching bags.
No,
Hey,
for
so
real.
what? Let's do a spicy talk. You guys, we put like some, some boxing
gloves.
Some boxing gloves.
A boxing match is
That's not
crazy.
a, that's the thing is, this is gonna sound bad. A punching bag isn't enough. Like it's not enough.
We
Like
need to
I
get
think
like
that
the
It's not
mannequins,
enough.
you know?
it's not
Like,
enough. I think that's why I liked MMA and like jiu-jitsu and stuff. Just all that
Do you
because it's
watch the
an
UFC
it's another
like in real
person.
time?
Like
Like, you enjoy people when people like punch each other? Do you like
You
it?
like
no, I don't like watching it. It gives me no pleasure. Like it doesn't let out anything. If I'm punching someone, then yeah, I mean
Why don't we get
it's
you, like,
different.
Why don't we get you a punching bag with like a squeaky toy in it?
Oh,
Get a-
just a little chest
Oh
ball.
guys, I
like
don't
what if
know.
like the punching bag had like voice memos inside?
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
Ooh.
Hey.
Mm.
I don't know. I think I need to like a low key, high key. I need to go back to like beating people up. Like I don't know,
Mm.
not like beating people
You should
up, but
join
like
the boxing club.
Yeah, here you TRGV.
Yeah, boxing club.
I used to be in.
Shout out UTRG boxing.
For
there's
real.
UFC gyms here too.
Yeah.
I used to be in the jiu-jitsu here in UTRGV, but then there's this one guy that was
Andrew's gonna start street fighting.
Should have beat him up.
maybe start wrapping my knuckles and just going at it.
Hey,
I
can
think
put
we
money
should
on
play
it.
one more
We can
song
bucket.
before continuing.
We can do
Okay.
the-
Because sadly we are kind of running out of time here. So
Oh,
one
yeah,
more
we've been
song
going
will be
at it.
fine. You want to introduce it?
Which song?
I don't know. Pick one. I got two options for you. Pick one.
We're talking about being young, so we're gonna
Okay.
do "Young, Dumb, and Broke" by Khalid. Khalid or Khalid?
I think so, Lee.
Khalid. We're back.
We're back.
Basically, this whole episode wasn't organized.
It was
But
all over the place.
I think we still got, what do you call it? Insight?
Yes.
But
But next, I know my hair's a mess right now. Don't look at it.
um,
I think for next show we should try talking, or the guys to just talk more than what we did.
yeah.
It was for sure a learning experience. I feel like, at first it was very, narrow on what we were talking about relationships, but I feel like we figured out the problem could be you and your dynamic with your family.
Basically, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
my
Like
God,
going
yeah.
back to, well, I mean that's basically what therapists say. Like it's like how you were raised, and then you're like your attachment style and like your love language.
Hey, but we're all
right?
going
That's
through it.
like
We're all
the-
going through it.
We all have our
Like
own
it's
things
all
going
like everything connects. Like
through.
the
The line, yeah.
yeah, because then it's like, oh, like have you heard the thing? Oh man, this is the thing where it's like, oh, whatever your love language is, it's because that's what you lacked most growing up.
Oh my gosh!
Dang, I didn't knew that.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
Words of affirmation.
No, for real. I need words of affirmation.
But
for
I
real.
read that somewhere. Like a therapist said that, and like there's stuff like that that gets you like just kind of thinking. But I mean, we can for sure talk about it more. You wanna?
I really
Again.
want to thank you guys for your time. I loved being here in Spicy Talk, and I'll be sure to be back here with Vaquerio Radio.
Good, it was good.
Thank you, guys. This is gonna be it for now. We're gonna see you guys next week. Remember that. Follow us on our Instagram at _spicy talk _
'Cause we have like what 4 more shows left.
We have 4 more shows this semester, so you better be following us, or we're gonna
Yes.
be really sad.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't
Okay.
cry.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.